A few weeks ago, I visited the DC fast charger manufacturer Kempower in Finland. And when there, I thought it would be interesting to make a video looking at the state of charging in Finland. Unlike Norway, where I live, Finland has been slow to adapt EVs, with a total market share of only 2.5%, while in Norway, it is close to 40%, with cities like Bergen actually surpassing 40% EV market share. And I'm talking about total market share of all cars currently on the road, not solely new car sales. While Norway has been an early adopter and has been the poster child of EV adoption, there are huge advantages of being late to the party. In this video, we are going to explore some of the new EV charging stations built in Finland, and most of their DC fast charging infrastructure has been built within the past year or two, which is very impressive. It's my last day here in Finland, and unfortunately I wasn't able to see Helsinki more than I did the first day, but I've been able to see a lot of charging stations like this brand new recharge charging station here with these Kempower chargers next to this McDonald's close to the airport. And I'm going to show you guys that this is pretty cool because it seems like all of these new charging stations here, at least from Kempower here in Finland, have a payment terminal, so you can pay with your debit card or your credit card, which is pretty sweet. And these are the latest version, the 200 kilowatts at 400 volts. So yeah, this is pretty nice. Hope you guys are hearing me fine because we are next to the motorway here. But I mean, charging and EVs in Finland isn't close to what it is in Norway. I think market share now of total cars in Finland was something like 2.5% or 3%, where in Norway the market share is like over 35%, which is completely different. So we're gonna connect to the charger here because, as I said, I'm going back to Sweden today. Let's see if my recharge chip will work. Yep, that will work. So we're going back to Sweden today, going back to Stockholm for the weekend, and let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah, that's not easy doing one-handed when the charging station is new and the cables are quite stiff. So as I said, I'm going back to Stockholm for the weekend, leaving later today. So I wanted to show you guys, this charging station here before I left, and then I'm gonna do one last one before we hit the ferry. So the infrastructure is really growing here in Finland, has grown a lot in the past 2 years alone. But the nice thing about that is that the charging stations that are being built are next to, convenience stores, gas stations, McDonald's, or places where you can, stop and rest. Hello, Antti.
Hi. Hi, Chris.
Nice to meet you again. So you want to tell us where we are and what this is?
Yeah, we are now in Neste Vaki.
Okay.
This is like a 1.5 hour drive from Helsinki.
Mm-hmm.
So this side of Finland, we are more like an eastern side. So there are a lot of lakes and a lot of summer cottages.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the biggest this kind of highway stops close by. And we have Kempower chargers.
Brand new location with 6.
Six.
Oh, they're even numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So total capacity 600 kilowatts. These new satellites and really nice color. I like this.
Yeah, this is cool branding, and this is
Yeah.
something I've seen at sites in Finland that I haven't seen in other countries. Is that the housing for the modules over there says the total charging capacity of the station, 600 kilowatts.
600 kilowatts.
I haven't seen that other places.
Yeah, it's not so common yet.
No.
Yeah. So Neste it's a Finnish oil company, which is now switching to the EV charging.
Yeah.
And now when they are building the sites, they add quite nice sites. There are a lot of power and single satellites, so that you can get really out.
It's kind of like Circle K in Norway, where it also, like these gas stations and petrol stations, and then now transitioning over to EV. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, these are 320 kilowatts
Yeah.
or 160 kilowatts on 400 volt architecture.
Yeah, exactly.
So also something you want to show us here, they have a payment terminal.
Yeah, this is something quite new now. So most of the CPOs in Finland, they are using the mobile apps or then RFID tags.
Yeah.
And the payment terminals are not so common.
No.
So this is pretty much traditional payment terminal which people are used to use in the petrol stations.
Yeah, it's the same type.
Yeah, same type. So basically you plug the cable or pick up just the number of the satellite and then you pay and that's it.
So Neste is expanding their charging network here in Finland because I haven't seen this in Norway, I haven't seen them in Denmark or Sweden. They're only in Finland?
Finland and the Baltics.
Finland and the Baltics,
yeah.
Okay.
So
that is interesting.
They have some sites, around 10 sites will be opened this year in Finland.
Wow.
And then next year it will be expanding and also building a network to Baltics. So
okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you want to show us how this payment terminal works? I mean, it looks pretty straightforward.
I can actually use the English one. Let's select the English one.
Let's see.
So it's quite simple. Let's click start. Plug the cable. Yeah, I need to plug the cable.
Okay, plug the cable first.
Yeah.
And this is nice why it's numbered, right?
Yeah.
Then you know this is number 4 is pretty straightforward. 4 on 3 sides. So you're not going to be in doubt.
So let's plug the cable.
So plug it. It's nice that it tells you that first to plug it.
It could be actually work also other way around, but
let's just follow the instructions.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. And then I will pick up the number 4.
Yeah.
And then let's use my contactless card.
So payment terminals haven't been a thing in Europe really.
No.
But from next year, I think this is a new, will be mandatory from the EU, right?
Yeah.
So everything new from this year or next year will have to have payment terminals.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any directive to refit old ones, right?
Actually there will be.
There will be.
Yeah. So in certain time there will be, and with the new chargers over 50 kilowatt, you have to have the payment terminal.
Ah, okay.
This is one way how you can do it, so that we use the centralized system, and then you have like just picking up the charger, or you can have the payment terminal in one of the each satellite. So.
But this is super simple. I didn't even see, but we're already started. This was so easy and quick. We're already charging. That is pretty amazing.
Charging power is not so high because I have.
Yeah, so you're at 71%. We've only driven about 20 minutes. The cars have been parked all night. I mean, this is so nice with the Kempower satellites that it shows so much information, and then you have the QR code you can scan and you can monitor it. So what you could do here, even though you're using the payment card, you don't have an app, you scan this, and then you can show us there. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super nice.
Link, I use browser.
Yeah, and then we have it there. That is so. That's one of the things I love about the Kempower charging stations with the satellites, because now you can go into
we can go and have a coffee there.
We can go in and have a coffee, but we're not going to do that because we're gonna go in for dinner in Lahti. But yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for showing this.
Yeah, thank you. And maybe one notification that this is also that they have a Tesla supercharger.
They have Tesla Super. Oh, they have. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is. I've shown probably another location, several locations in this video already, where Kempower have charging stations, and some of them are built next to Tesla superchargers, which of course were probably the first charging operator in Finland, like in many countries around the world. But now the rest of the market is catching up with the EV adoption in Finland, growing and growing every year.
Yeah, that's true, and this is a nice example also in that there are still like traditional petrol fuel pumps, then truck stop.
Yeah.
So I think the future is pretty much like this, that you have different options. And what I like also, the quite nice space.
Yeah.
So it's not so tight. Like
the parking bays are large.
Yeah.
I mean, the branding is simple. You can see it here from the road. It's really easy to find. So yeah, I think these are the charging stations we've seen in Norway now for a few years.
Yeah.
These large Kempower charging stations from other CPOs, but it's cool to see that new CPOs in Finland are pretty much doing the same. And I really believe that these, load balancing charging stations that Kempower deliver are not only the future, but the present.
Yeah.
This will be our last charging stop here in Finland. We're about 35-40 minutes from Turku, from where we're going to take the ferry in just a few hours. And we're here at another recharge charging location with 4 of these Kempower satellites. So 4 chargers here, 200 kilowatts each. I think this cabinet here is 600 kilowatts in total, so it can divide that charge between 4 cars. We're at 34% now, and we're getting 117 kilowatts, but I didn't navigate to this actual charger, which is my fault. So the battery is probably not up to temperature. I just didn't think about it. We're at a place called Design Hill, and again, like the other places we've been to, I mean, there's stuff around here, but I thought it was going to be a little bit closer. You have a Shell station over there, a restaurant over there, and then you have a store up here, like a Finnish design store. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's called Design Hill, this place, because they have different designs. So it's interesting to see they have 4 chargers here, and if you compare this to Norway, this would be a very small charging station with just 4 of these high power chargers. I don't think anybody's building less than 6 now. One of the newest recharge charging locations in Shell in Kløfta, which is also a Kempower charging station, has like 16 or 18 of these Kempower satellites. So having only 4 of them seems a little bit small, but considering that there isn't a large market share of electric cars here in Finland, I think still it is fine. Spending only 2.5 days in Finland, I'm very impressed with their EV infrastructure. Coming from Norway, it may seem unimpressive, but considering the low EV market share, Finland are far ahead of many countries in their preparation for mass EV adoption.